want to welcome you to the SaaS Connect one-on-one. I'm Stacey Carlson, and today we are chatting with Dustin House. Dustin has been in the partnership ecosystem for about 12 years, and I've actually known Dustin personally for about 5, 6 years now. He is the brains behind DustinHouse.com and has been helping companies grow their performance marketing channels. And today we're going to chat about the pillars of starting a SaaS affiliate program in 2022. So before we hop into that discussion, let's talk about the why. Why affiliate marketing for you, Dustin?
Why affiliate? I think I have a similar story to most people in affiliate marketing that's been in it, is kind of fell into it. Like, you don't grow up thinking about, hey, I want to get into affiliate marketing, or I want to be an affiliate manager when you're a child dreaming up what your career is going to be like. But I had a interesting mix of military background and technical background that got me my first job at CJ 12 plus years ago. In the compliance department, where I got to see all the fraudsters making a whole bunch of money, and how much money affiliates were actually making, and got to see the behind the scenes of what affiliate really looks like. So I got a taste of it and I fell in love with it. And then I started evolving my career into affiliate management and running my own agency and consulting and working for merchants, publishers, just the whole gambit of this arena. And in the last few years, I got really into the theories and best strategies and started writing all that content out and everything that's in my mind, creating an online course that teaches affiliate management. So I've really dug in deep. I'm very passionate about it now, but it wasn't something that I planned on being in for my entire career.
So you mentioned CJ. Is that Commission Junction? Is that
Correct.
correct? And what are some of the other platforms that you've worked with throughout the years?
Oh, I did consulting with Impact and ShareSale, and I think I've worked or managed a program on at least 20 different networks at this point as well, and every one of them has very intricate changes. None of them are the same, and it almost drives you crazy. But but every one is a little different. Every one of them has a little bit of a pros and cons, if you
Yeah.
will, right?
So 12 years is a considerable amount of time in the partnership world. What are some of the biggest changes that you've seen over the years?
I'd say technology is getting so much better in finding good partners. When I started running programs, I would say you were just shooting in the dark, just imagining what kind of websites were going to be good partners, and you would just have to use your best judgment on it. And nowadays, like tools like SEMrush and Ahrefs, SimilarWeb, these are all extremely powerful tools to tell you what kind of potential you can really look for and expect from the players that you're going and reaching out to. So from an affiliate manager standpoint, I think there's a huge difference there in where you get to spend your time logically. And then from an overall affiliate ecosystem landscape, I would say what I got in 2010ish area, coupons were ruling the day, and everybody wanted to work with coupon sites, and they were the cool thing to be a part of. And that evolved into almost borderline hatred for coupon sites at this
Yep.
point in this, from merchants, and the realization of stealing that list click from other publishers and good content affiliates that you really want, and influencers that you really want in the program, and that make a good difference in the incremental value of your company, right? And so I've been preaching that for the last 10 years, because I saw all the coupon sites at CJ and how they were wrecking programs and just absorbing the whole portfolio.
Yeah, I know when I worked at Text Expander, that was one of the first things we did is go through and remove a bunch of those coupon sites because, yeah, I mean, they're stealing away from the people that are actually putting content out there. Um,
Mhm.
is that one of the first things that you look at when you're working on a program is what balance, more
Mhm.
content, more influencers? How is how do you look at that?
I think audit is the natural first thing that you should be doing when you get a hold of a new program. So if you're going to create an affiliate program from scratch, I've got a great idea and roadmap what to do and who to keep out initially. And but if you're absorbing and acquiring a program that you're going to be running, the audit process first starts with looking at your competitors and seeing what your competitors are doing in terms of payouts and who's owning the landscape on the listicles. The listicles are your biggest recognition of who's who the big players are. And if your brand isn't up there, how are you going to work your way to the top is the real question. So you got to work backwards a little bit, see who those competitors are and what they're doing right. And tools like SEMrush are incredible at this. They find the websites that are um, absorbing that real estate both organically and paid search wise, and will show you those listicles and um, how you get to the top is really later down the line, but I always say auditing a program is the first thing I do when I get a hold of it. How about you? You feel the same way? Is that kind of how you handle things?
Yeah, yeah, we utilize the backlinks and understanding who is actually linking to our competitors and looking at that landscape to figure out who's out there and who can we approach to advertise our product as well.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I mean, our biggest influence was the people who are writing content and the ones who, would work with us in regards to campaigns, and setting up specific blog articles and then working with them on the aspect of understanding what keywords to use. That
Hmm.
was a big aspect that we really saw a benefit from that is because if I can provide them keywords, they can fine tune those articles a lot more. And if they're going to write content, then that's gold.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys that are already knowledgeable about the space, but may not be particularly knowledgeable about your product, or you can inform them and try to talk them into getting familiar, bending over backwards to get them. Those are the difference makers that can make huge dividends in
Yeah.
your program.
Yeah. So let's start on that's talking about if you're coming into a program that's already created. Let's talk about
Hmm.
what a brand new one. So the number one question I hear often is, are we ready for an affiliate program? How
Mm.
would you determine if a company is ready?
Um, a very good, easy indicator is going by revenue. Um, I never make a. I would never take on clients in the e-commerce space without them having $50,000 in revenue each month. And the reason behind that is you want some kind of brand recognition, first of all, to have any power in the affiliate space. And secondly, you want to make sure that all the other digital marketing efforts are fine tuned. Um, your optimization of sales is well oiled engine, and um, so with those two things in place, sales are going to come naturally, and you should be attacking your other digital marketing aspects first before you even consider trying to talk affiliates into joining your program. Because if you go out and create a campaign to reach out to all these affiliates and say, hey, come to my site and promote my product, they're going to look at your site and recognize whether it's a stinker or not. And if you
Hmm.
don't have the things in place like retargeting, and your page isn't fully optimized for sales, they're going to recognize that, especially the good affiliates. They're going to recognize that, and they're not going to promote your product, and they're not going to respond to your emails, or they're going to tell you no. Now, I should take a step back as well. Like going back to SaaS products, I think the price point that you have to get to is much lower. I say $10,000 rather than $50,000 a month in revenue, because SaaS products have a lot easier road to getting brand recognition than e-commerce space, I feel like. And because most SaaS products are in their infancy, and there's not as much competition out there in that space as well. So what are your thoughts on this process?
Yeah, one of the big things that, not necessarily about starting the program, but also understanding who your competitors are, but in the aspect of who else will your affiliates actually advertise. A good example is we had a lot of freelancers who advertised the Text Expander product,
Mhm.
and their clientele also really liked wine. So we ran up against the aspect of my affiliate wanting to advertise us, but we had such a low payout, and our product was a monthly and a small payout
Yeah,
that wise. Whereas the wine club was offering $60 per lead. And
yeah,
he's like, of course I'm going to go ahead and advertise the wine company over you because I can make more money off of it. So finding ways to actually build campaigns that are of value to push you at the top of the list. So understanding that your competitors aren't always your true competitors, it's who else are they going to advertise on their webpage.
yeah, for sure. There's the aspect, like another really good indicator here is going to listicles, and maybe not necessarily listicles that are affiliate focused, but also do direct linking. And if they are direct linking to folks, that's a good sign for you. But maybe you're not on that listicle yet in the big players, and you've got to have more brand recognition. So getting on the organic listicle sites that aren't focused on affiliate marketing might be the good tester for you to go out there, because convincing affiliates to get on their list without like having an established affiliate program that is competitive with the other people on
Yeah.
their list, it's going to be a hard conversation.
Yep.
And so yeah, that's another good tester to seeing if you can play with those guys, and if you're ready to play with those big boys on those lists.
So, because it's a new word to some people, explain what a listicle is.
Great call. Great call. I just keep saying it. Listicle is a list of people in that organic keyword that you're searching. So if you go on Google and your niche is web hosting, um, you're going to see best web hosting. That's a very common organic search from a user standpoint, and people are looking at who the best players are, and you're going to see a mix of search results that are for ads, people buying that real estate on the top, and then you're going to see organic. And on these organic lists will be a list of your competitors, essentially. So for web hosting, you're going to see Bluehost and WP Engine and SiteGround and HostGator, and every publisher out there that is creating a list has in their mind an equation that is coming on this listicle, and that's whoever they put on top. They're putting the people on top that are going to make them the most money. And that might be a mix of conversion rate and the payout. It really comes down to earnings per click. EPC is a huge number to affiliates, and whoever is the highest EPC is who's going to get to that top, or whoever if they're like legitimately putting a list together on who they actually believe. Those are kind of rare, because people are going to go after money more times than they are for like authentic what a list should look like.
Oh, perfect. Thanks for that explanation. And I just wanted to jump in. If anybody in the audience has any questions while we're talking, please feel free to hop over to the Q&A and just input those so I can go ahead and I can ask Dustin any of your questions. So, okay, so you now have somebody who comes to you and say, you know what, we believe we are now ready to start.
Mhm.
Where do we start?
Where do we start building this program?
Yep.
So you're going to have to make first decision I like to make is, where's your management going to come from? Affiliate management of a program is not an easy task. You can't just assign somebody within the company to go handle this and take care of it. You need people with experience that know what they're doing. So whether or not you go with some experience of like outsourcing an agency to start, or you hire somebody, is up to you. Ultimately, you've got to make that decision though. So I really see that there's three choices in this matter. You can hire somebody with a good experience. If you hire somebody with 10 years experience, you're going to see, you're going to get $100K price point for hiring somebody at that point. And they're going to come in and create a strategy and figure out what platform they're going to be using, what tools they're going to be using, and they're going to create the entire strategy for the program, because not a lot of people know affiliate marketing in that C-suite level. Maybe the CMO knows a little bit, but maybe not a lot. It just depends. So yeah, if you go with an affiliate manager, you're trusting that they know what they're doing, and you have to pick very wisely. Second way you can go about it, one of my suggested ways is hiring the right agency. Finding an agency to create the program, they're going to get it off the ground a lot faster than most people. And the reason I say that is they have good skills at implementing the tracking capabilities that you want to set up with the platforms that they want to suggest. And this is a good solution as well. You can sign a 6-month contract, get it off the ground running, and then go hire an affiliate manager later down the line to run that program in-house, if that's what you want somebody dedicated to doing. So agencies are really good, but you have to choose very wisely here.
Yeah, very wisely.
You really get what you pay for.
Yeah. So we have one question. What affiliate program network would you recommend for the SaaS industry?
Man, it's hard to pick favorites in this genre, but I have some go-tos. First, Impact is above and beyond every like the top platform out there right now, and that goes on e-commerce side and on the SaaS product side. It is a more expensive solution than you may need for most programs getting them off the ground. But if you're looking to build something that scales, Impact is a perfect solution for you to go with. One downside is the implementation process with Impact might take a little longer than with most. Second suggestion I would have is taking a look at PartnerStack. Love what they're doing out there. They have an incredible sales team, and they are specifically focused on SaaS products. So like what they're doing over there. I love the responsiveness of their team, and their product just keeps getting better. So I like what they're doing over there. And then thirdly, like a more inexpensive option, if you will, and much faster implementation time than any of them, is First Promoter. And I like this product. It's a bit more legwork, because you're going to have to collect tax information.
Okay.
But if you're willing to do that, if you have somebody dedicated on your team to focus on this stuff, really good platform, easy, simple, affiliates like it. And then lastly, I will say Cake is a good solution in the mobile side if you're going on into that direction.
So you bring up a really good point in regards to the tax side of things.
Yeah.
Not everybody realizes that if you're doing affiliate, there's a certain threshold in regards where you have to start paying taxes and do 1099s and stuff like that. So can you walk through, I know Impact handles taxes. A lot of the platforms do, correct?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Correct.
Yeah. And so that's something to keep in consideration, correct?
Absolutely. And that could absorb a lot of your time. I've been in programs that are monstrous, where we're paying out 1,000 different affiliates in a month. And if you're on a individual private platform like a Reversion or First Promoter, like that is a long process. We had
Yeah.
somebody dedicating 20 hours a week to like process these payments and collect tax information. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And one of the greatest reasons why you go with an impact and you pay those fees that they have associated with their product is because it makes your life so much easier. Like if you really break down the cost evaluation, impact might be actually cheaper than going with a cheaper solution in the long run, because
Right.
the headache that you're saving, and you're not having somebody dedicated to this and their hours dedicated to it on your team.
Right. Exactly. And it kind of goes, one of the questions I have. So you are talking about hiring either an agency or an employee.
Mhm.
So you're wanting to start a brand new program that has no proof of concept. So how do you get company buy-in to actually do affiliate marketing in the first place?
Well, at some point, most companies that start affiliate programs is the executives hearing that affiliate is a good channel and a good idea, and return on investment is really good in comparison to social and other channels that you might be uh, battling with to make good ROI, right? Um, so how do you talk them into it being a good solution? I've never been at a company that didn't already recognize the power of affiliate. So um, I've never had to talk anybody into affiliate. That's a hard conversation, right? Like, um,
So let's
but
let's go down this route. What are the benefits of having affiliates?
okay, good call. Benefits of having an affiliate is the biggest one is you are creating an army of salesmen throughout the internet that are being paid strictly on commission. I mean, what else can you ask for? Instead of hiring somebody full time to be a sales rep at your company, you're getting this exposure on the internet for free most of the time, and they're only getting paid when they actually produce sales for you. So
Mhm.
incredible value there. That's not how it always works. If you want things to move a lot faster, you should be paying for sponsorship and hybrid deals to get things moving a lot faster. But maybe one of the best ways to get into affiliate and figure out if you're ready for it is testing out with influencers and seeing if they can drive volume. Like grab some YouTubers, see if it's a fit for you. Influencer and content marketing run similarly, but putting some upfront sponsorship up with some influencers and seeing if they're gaining traction and you have the right partner personas that you have in mind
Yep.
might be a really great starting point to test the waters if affiliate's going to be right for you.
See, the persona aspect, that's a whole conversation all on its own.
Absolutely.
What is the best way to figure out who your affiliate partner persona is?
Well, you start off with where your traffic's coming from organically, right?
Yep.
And see why your brand is popular and your products are popular, and why your competitors are beating you out. Like what kind of partners are sending traffic to your partners is a really big question that you need to be asking. And um, once you figure out the ones with the biggest impact possibility, that's when you create these partner personas. I like doing three for sure. And that could be like content marketing, but you have to break it down even further than
Yep.
just content. Maybe it's a mommy blogger. Maybe it's the listicles.
Yep.
Maybe it's search partners. Um, uh, maybe it's email partners. There's so many partners that you could potentially be working with, but you have to figure out who your top three are going to be in your mind, and then focus your time on those first before you. That's the lowest hanging fruit, right? So let's work on those other types of partners down the line once we hone in this messaging and get these kinds of partners
Yep.
and show success for the program early.
So building those personas kind of go into one of the things that I've heard the most is, can't we just set this up and let it go? Meaning we don't have to nurture anything. What
Yeah.
would you say in regards to that?
Say that one more time on the first
Yeah.
part.
So setting up an affiliate, getting
Uh-huh.
partners to join, and then just letting it go. Just no no attending to it.
No,
Explain
nothing's on
explain why
autopilot, right?
that's not a great idea.
Set it and forget it doesn't exist.
Yes,
It seems
yes.
like a concept. And setting those expectations to executives is something that I've done so many times throughout the years. And people think that you can just create an affiliate program and all the affiliates are just going to come on in
Yep.
and like join your program and start promoting. That is not how it works ever. Uh, but if you create that program and then you reach out to your internal network, your email list, and say, hey, we started this program. If you're interested, here's a link to join. That's a great first start. If you starting to get that word out, and then you go and build lists for high potential partners that you might want to reach out to and get the word out via that way. That's also a good start. But once you build that list and you start reaching out, I like to do email sequences with 5 emails in them. You will never have success sending one email. And the reason is affiliates are busy,
Yep.
especially good ones. They're getting tons of requests every day to join the program that the affiliate manager think that they're fit for. And if you don't have some kind of messaging that is getting their attention here and there and in a sequence over 2 to 3 weeks, as I like to put it in, and then hitting them up on social or tapping into
Yep.
their YouTube channel and making comments, it's rigorous. It is really hard to get a hold of good affiliates, and one touch point is never going to be enough. And so one of the biggest skill sets affiliate managers can have is tenacity. Uh, Negotiation
Yep.
skills are paramount, but tenacity and when you find and have your mind set on a good affiliate, never stop until you bring them into your program. And having that mindset focus is super important to the growth of the program.
Thank you.
We're getting inundated with Q&A here.
Yeah, I know. I was just going to grab one of those. Best book recommendation for affiliate marketing for beginners,
Mm-hmm.
those without experience.
Robert, I think the most life-changing one for me in this industry was Bob Glazer's partnership. Why can't I think of the name? You know what I'm talking about? Oh my gosh. Let me get back to this question. I will look it up while we
Okay,
ask the next one.
perfect. For SaaS programs, do you find more value in a one-time commission versus a reoccurring commission? This is a great question because it comes up
Oh,
a lot.
I expect nothing less from Stephen Robinson. Oh, buddy. Hey, dude, what's going on? This is a trick question. He's just trying to stump me. And the truth of it is, it goes both ways. You are going to find partners that want reoccurring commissions and to ride the coattails of referrals that they made years ago at 15% at a time.
Yeah,
Some affiliates absolutely love this, but then you have other affiliates that want a really high CPA early on just so that they can reinvest that money right away into doing more campaigns. That's more of the search party partners. I would say search listicle partners that are trying to drive traffic via top of Google searches and throughout the internet. They're going to be much more focused on wanting that upfront high CPA. And with SaaS products, you're going to have to offer maybe 200% of the first month's revenue. So if you've got a $30 product that is on an MRR, or monthly recurring revenue,
yep,
30 product subscription, giving away $60 should be like the early base that you would be thinking of for giving away to these affiliates, just to get them out of bed, just to
yeah,
wake them up. But those big numbers speak. So some affiliates are going to see that big number like, ooh, I like the looks
yep,
of that. But then other affiliates might want to do have that 15% recurring for life. I will say, if you do recurring, create a program, cap it out at a certain number of months. I like 12 and a higher percentage. So I would do like, if your lifetime value is 3 years, 36 months, right? And you're going to do a recurring percentage, make it 20% for the first 12 months. Because it's your job as a company to retain that client ultimately. And that affiliate brought you in this good sale and you want to repay them and reward them. But let's cap this out. It doesn't make sense to leave them in for 5 years when you're doing all the work.
Yeah, those are all good points. I also found that affiliates really like it if you will give them a link back. The
Oh,
SEO
yeah.
aspect of it, that's a huge amount of currency for them. We ran into that frequently. Is like, how can I get on your webpage? That was the number one thing that they wanted to know.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
how can you do that without diminishing and also not like blanketing your website with all these links to affiliates? And yeah, I have a
Oh,
follow up question to that one too.
oh, good, good. Yeah. Uh, for SEO partners, for organic partners that are trying to rank, nothing is more valuable than backlinks. Absolutely. And this is one of my biggest negotiation tools, because you can offer them more money, but these partners, they know it's going to take time for reviews and articles and listicles to rank. And giving them a higher commission rate today isn't going to affect them for 3 to 6 months.
Right.
So one thing that will affect them immediately, and one way to avoid sponsorship payments that I've found is um, is giving them a backlink to their review page if they were to create one, so that they can start ranking higher. Now, don't do this if you're getting on a listicle and you're number 3 rank. Don't give anybody that is ranking you number 3 a backlink. You must be number 1, or you must have a glowing review of your product to give a backlink to that. And where do you do this backlink? It's very simple. Anywhere on your blog, throughout the blog posts that you have, you can just simply put it in the hyperlink, some text that is relevant to their article. Maybe it's like software review,
Yeah.
and highlight that and link back to those affiliates. So you have to be very picky and choosy on which ones you give this to. One strategy I have, when I was working at WP Engine, we had this guy that was ranking really well for WP Engine review, number 1, in fact. And his review was, WP Engine is terrible. And so I figured out, hey, let's get everybody on the second SERP and give them a backlink, and everybody below him, let's give them a backlink so that they can go above him. And
Mhm.
slowly but surely, he got down into that second page of Google where, it's a black
Nobody,
hole of the
yeah.
internet. Yeah, nobody's looking, right? So that is a goal you should do with the bad reviews that you have. Give the good reviews some backlinks so that they can move
Interesting.
up.
One of the pushbacks that I got was, why would we link to an affiliate when they're just going to be linking to us to get commission?
Uh, Good point. I mean, solid. And I hear this quite a lot. And um, to answer that is, I would love nothing more than to split commissions or revenue with a partner. And if you're not in that partnership mindset, then you're already losing. Like, uh, it would be great to link to your organic partners that are linking to you, absolutely, but you want to reward the ones that are actually the brand advocates and have the most potential in your future to bring you more sales. And making them happy is a very good step in this process of building that partnership, because that backlink that you send to them is going to activate them to promote you more and
Yeah.
give you more real estate on the internet. And that's the ultimate goal.
Yeah, one thing that we actually created was it was for our affiliates. It was a page that the 12 ways to actually advertise Text Expander. So we gave them 12 different ways that they could do it. And then we linked to our affiliates who had actually followed through with those steps. So like write a review, So the ones that we wanted to give a backlink to, it actually went to the review that they had created for the product. And that was a good way for us, and it was putting them in front of the other affiliates who were joining the program because everybody saw this, but it was a public page that anybody could actually access. Well, perfect. Okay,
I put
yeah.
that book recommendation in here, and
Oh, thanks.
I'll even put an affiliate link in there because that's what we do.
So our next question, if we have our own in-house affiliate program, is there value and impact just for the network and the trust aspect, or is it better idea to first test out in-house program before influencers first to see if it resonates or not?
Cool. Do you want to answer this? I've been talking a lot. Do you want to try this your first shot? I've got lots of thoughts on this.
I have always found it's actually, it's I haven't been on Impact, so I can't tell that one. I just know that
Yeah.
the networks that I have been on, there has not. The benefit is that they're already in programs under that network, so that's a huge benefit. They don't have to learn a new program. Because what I
Mm-hmm.
have found is that affiliates will end up having their Impact share a sale, a win, and then they have to learn the back end of all of those. And there's
Mm-hmm.
different codes and all that. So that's the aspect of a positive of it, and they get one pay source. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
not all of them are set up great to find new markets, though. Um,
Great. Great
it,
point.
I I just skipped them and I used SEMrush instead of to
Yeah.
find potential. So those are the things that I've seen.
Sure. And I would say maybe 10% of your effort should be going into the in-house platform and network that you can tap into. That's fine, but nothing more than that. Um, I've never found a ton of value in reaching out to these partners. First of all, the affiliates are never checking their
Yep.
messages on these platforms. It's not an active uh, occurrence for them to go out there and get. And then secondly, it's hard to find real true value in them. And if you do find true value in some of these partners, reach out to them via email and try to get a hold of them that way. Um, I will tell you the biggest uh, sales tactic out there from any affiliate network are the sales guys that are going to tell you that their affiliate platform has this huge hub of publishers that are ready to promote your program. That is not true. That is the biggest lie that any salesman will
Yep.
give you. And don't believe that, because it is always going to take hard work to get
Yes.
affiliates into your program. They're just not going to magically show up. And even if you do tap into them in the affiliate network from their pool of publishers, might not be the greatest fits, and it might not get their attention because they might be too big to play with, or something of that nature. So no, to answer that question, uh, no affiliate network is going to be a game changer in that aspect. What you have an affiliate network is to make your life easier and to make sure that tracking attribution is
Yep.
properly set up.
Perfect. I have a question. So, what are some of the biggest mistakes you see happen when people start an affiliate program?
Um, Complacency, I guess, is the
Yeah.
biggest issue. Like, people think you can set it and forget it. It's just not going to happen. Um, Other big issues is not doing the competitive analysis and figuring out what it's going to be, what's going to take to be competitive in your landscape. You need to come up with a strategy of how am I going to get to the number one spot on these listicles. And if you don't, if you're offering less money than your competitors
Right. Yeah.
because your ROI for your customers is less, or your price point is higher, whatever it may be, you're going to have to find ways to get on the top. And by giving them more value than just money, i.e. backlinks, or a performance bonus incentives, whatever it may be to get you on the top. That's where you should be focusing your time. Other failures, not dedicating anybody to the affiliate program is the biggest pitfall of all. And if you just try to put a junior marketer that doesn't know what they're doing and have them try to run these relationships, it's destined to fail unless they get some training from some kind of veteran, right?
Yeah.
That was like the whole point of me coming up with the affiliate management course that I created, is to teach those skills and lessons that I've learned over these years to junior marketers, so they get at least a good running start on how to run a program.
Yeah. I found the inability to recognize that it's a relationship, not
Oh
just
yeah.
a sales. I mean, because there's this assumption that you can just send out this mass email and that people are just like knock on your door to join your affiliate program, whereas that never worked. For me,
Yeah.
it was always fully understanding who it was, and I did a full vetting process of the web page. Looking at the web page, what is their focus? Do they fit into our persona? And then understanding who's in charge of that web page. Understanding that their contact information is usually not in Zoom Info because they're
Mm-hmm.
not in that industry that Zoom Info picks it up. So understanding how do you find that information to contact them. And then what are you going
Yeah.
to bring value? What value are you bringing them that's niche to their specific market? And each one of the emails that I always sent out was so incredibly personalized. And it was
Yes.
not a bulk mass email type of thing.
And that's so true. If you want the difference makers to join your program, you're going to have to be personalized. There's literally two strategies for recruitment. There's a spray and pray,
Yeah,
just throw out that wide net and see what comes back. You're going to get limited results, and what results you get from that are going to be low volume
yeah,
sales. And then there is the sniper action where you're spending. I have a mind frame of like, I will get one new difference maker partner into my program this week. Who's that going to be? Let's find out who that is. Let me hone in on their likes and dislikes, and
yeah,
add some content into their existing content in the comment section and get their attention somehow. Find the right person, find with that person at that company who is the decision maker to join that program, find out their likes and dislikes and how I can help. And even I've gone as far as sending them gifts, personal gifts. If I can find their contact information, if there's a listicle and you can send the editor your product for free and just send it to them,
yep,
then do that and get it in on the top of their mind to at least review you as a viable source. So
yeah,
and knowing which contact to go after is something you have to learn and develop as
yeah,
an affiliate manager.
yeah. Yeah, I totally forgot what I was going to say, but one of the questions is, do you need one full-time for affiliate marketing role, or what does it look like? Can they be part-time?
You could. I mean, agencies are based on part-time work. If you think about the agency model, the good ones that don't uh, add too many clients to everybody's portfolio, you should be thinking about they're going to have 10 to 15 hours dedicated to my program this week, but they are really good at their job and maximizing their skills, and they have all the coolest tools to be efficient. An agency can do this job in 10 to 15 hours a week and can get you results if they're doing it right. Now, on the flip side of that, that isn't a lot of time. And if you try to do with somebody in house and split their time and give them 20 hours dedicated to the affiliate program, they're not going to have the experience
Yep.
to do that, to run those relationships. And the strategies that we're talking about, where you're honing in on one contact, one site, and the right person to contact there, nobody's going to have that time to do that. So a full-time manager is really essential if you really want this program to take off. And with SaaS products, um, it's incredible. You can see an incredible value from having somebody full time.
Yeah.
You can expect with a e-commerce affiliate program, I would expect 20% revenue coming through the affiliate channel. But with SaaS products, it's not unlikely to see 25 to 50% of your revenue coming through the affiliate channel if you're doing it right. And if you think in that landscape, and a full-time affiliate manager makes a lot of sense financially.
And it kind of goes back to in regards to how much knowledge they have. I mean, also somebody with longer standing as far as having been an affiliate marketer or manager, they're going to have a better understanding of where to go versus learning where to go. So that
Mm-hmm.
plays into it heavily. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
So the follow-up question on that is, do you recommend any of the better agencies with expertise for the B2B SaaS affiliate space?
I won't answer that. I'm not going to play favorites on a podcast. It hurt me
Yeah,
to
no, I
do it
understand.
on the on the platform side, but I didn't mind. But agencies, I'm not going to spit off agencies that I like.
Yeah.
I do have an article of where I have my most trusted agencies that I like, that I know of. And there's a lot to pick from. There's literally 50 that you could choose from out there, and every one of them are going to try to take your money. But not all of them are designed for SaaS, and there's literally a handful that are
Yeah.
even capable of doing it at this point. So if you want to get a hold of me, I will take 15 minutes of my time. If you set up a call and you want my honest opinion, I will talk to you and point you in the right direction.
Perfect. So, touching on the last question from our audience, and it'll go in two different ways. So, what's the best way to activate or activate inactive affiliates in the program? What is that campaign? Well, first there's recruitment, so you've got them on board. They've signed up. How do you get them active? What does
Oh,
that look like?
such a good question. Thank you. And activation campaigns are maybe my favorite part of running an affiliate program, and it's the ability to get creative. First off, you want to segment to who you want to target. So, do you want to target your non-sales active affiliates, or do you want to target your sales active affiliates? And within those sales active affiliates, do you want to target the ones that have high volume or the ones that have low volume? And if you target the high volume, um, that offer is going to be different than the low volume guys. And here's why. Let's say you give a bonus out for $50 if you double your sales in the month, right? Maybe it's $100 for anybody that doubles the sales volume in the month over month. That's not going to wake up the high volume guys. They don't care about $100. The low volume guys that are making 2 or 3 sales, if they can make 6 sales and earn $100, absolutely, they're going to get up out of bed. So that is catered to them. But now let's take into a sales volume based bonus attribution. So if you with tiers, like if you get 10 sales, you get X amount of bonus. If you get 20 sales, you get another bonus.
Mm-hmm.
That is an incentive campaign that can wake up the guys that are on that top side, right? But maybe my favorite activation campaign is something I've been spreading around the room is Rank Math. Rank Math is a WordPress SEO plugin that I use personally on my website, and they have this offer for $200 every single month. They give away $200 for the best content, new
Oh, wow.
publication, and the best YouTube video publication. And they put the winners and who won and the link to who won every single month. They do this $200, giving away $400 every month. And this just creates this frenzy of new content out on the internet. And the more content you have out on the internet, the better
Yeah.
your chances of eyeballs getting onto your brand. So I think it's just absolutely brilliant. They have dozens of people applying and sending in their entrants for these every single month. I even tried it. I put a really nice 1,500 word article together, and I got destroyed by this 10,000 word behemoth review article that took the $200 that I was fully expecting to get from a new piece of content. But that is an incredible value to affiliates, and that gets everybody motivated in your
Yeah.
space there.
Could you even break that out further so that you could have like tiers in regards to like write a 10,000, you can get the 200, right? 5,000, you get 100, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't put it in terms of word count, because people can just manipulate that
Right.
and write terrible words and just try to get that word count up.
Or
But
even a second runner up.
yeah, I would, if you're going to go that route, I solely believe it's based on value of the
Yeah.
article
Yeah.
and thoroughness, because you don't want just a bunch of words on a page.
Right.
And so you've got to be careful with that. But I like the theory of what that would entail. Maybe you can try that. I mean, bonus campaigns and incentive
Yep.
campaigns, this is your creative space as an affiliate manager. So go crazy, have fun with it.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, so one of the questions or one of the things that you just brought up is the high and low volume. What are the benefits of both of those? Why would you want low volume affiliates and not just all high volume affiliates?
Mm. Beggars can't be choosers. First of all, you can't force people to have high volume. You're going to have what we call long tail affiliates that are going
Yeah.
to bring in small volume. But if you think about the concept of what happens if you get 100 of those low volume that are only bringing in 2 sales a month, that's 200 more sales. And if you just get one big winner that's doing 200 sales, that's great too. But you need a good mix of both of them, and especially the ones that are on the lower side that have higher potential to move into that higher tier of affiliate. Those are the ones that you really want to spend the time working with as well. Like, of course, you take your top players that are consistently working, and you want to optimize with them and have monthly calls with them to see what we can do to optimize it. But these lower players, don't sleep on them. Like, if you find somebody with potential that has a couple of sales a month, there might be potential for them to get into that 10 and 20 rank, and then they can reinvest that money to get into that 100 rank. So don't sleep on those guys, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, we would keep an eye on what was actually converting. So we had one website that was it put a blog article out in regards to students, but
Uh-huh.
what we actually saw is that they were converting to professors. So going back to that affiliate and saying, hey, rewrite an article that's solely focused on professors. And that started
Oh,
converting even higher because they don't know who's actually purchasing the product. They just know that there's a purchase. We're the ones who
yeah.
have that information. And it was so easy for me to find that these people are actually in the, professional professor
Mm,
area. And so giving them that knowledge is absolute gold for them because then they can go ahead and really fine tune it to the market that they're already converting for.
beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah. Well, we have 4 minutes left. Don't see any other questions, so I want to thank
Great.
you so much for being on here. I love talking about affiliate marketing. It's one of my absolute loves of life, and I really appreciate you coming on. And for anybody who's wanting to reach out to Dustin, you can find him at dustinhouse.com, and he will be happy to listen to your questions.
Yeah,
And and
I'm real easy to get a hold of,
yeah,
and if you want me to take 15 minutes to help point you in the right direction, I'm easy to find on dustinhouse.com to book a
yep.
call.
And otherwise, he's also on our Slack channel, the CSA Slack channel. So you can hop over there. And with that, thank you very much. And thank you, everybody, for joining.
All right,
Thanks,
cool.
Dustin.
We'll see you later. Safe.
Bye.
Bye.